Have you ever found yourself in a situation where the person you're in a relationship with just completely ignores you? You send a message, wait for a reply, but all you get is silence. And to make it worse, you know they're online, posting stuff, living their life, but not responding to you. It hurts, right? You start to question yourself. Did I do something wrong? Did I come on too strong? And then you begin replaying every conversation in your head, trying to figure out what went wrong. It feels terrible, doesn't it? But let me tell you something. This isn't about you. In fact, this can actually be an opportunity for you to become stronger. Stick with me, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to take control of your emotions using Stoic principles and come out stronger than ever when your partner ignores you. Here's the hard truth. People test each other in relationships. One of the most common ways to test someone's emotional limits is by ignoring them. They want to see how you'll react to the silence, how you'll handle the absence. If you react with desperation, start bombarding them with messages, or even get upset, you're handing them all the power. But if you remain calm, confident, and unshaken, then you flip the script. That's what we're talking about here. How to take back control when your partner ignores you and use the situation to your advantage. When someone ignores you, it's natural to feel uncomfortable, to start questioning your actions and wondering if you did something wrong. But here's the thing. It often has nothing to do with you. Maybe your partner is just busy, dealing with their own stuff, or they're testing how much you care. Maybe their interest isn't as strong as you thought. The truth is, the reason they're ignoring you doesn't really matter. What truly matters is how you choose to respond. If you're sitting around waiting, checking your phone every 5 minutes, replaying the conversation in your head, you're giving them all the power. You're letting their response determine how you feel about yourself. And that's not good for you. That's where Stoicism comes in. It's the perfect tool for the situation. Stoic philosophy teaches us one critical lesson. We can't control what others do, but we can always control how we react to it. So when your partner ignores you, don't fall into the trap of overthinking. Don't spiral into self-doubt. Instead, recognize that their actions are beyond your control and focus on the one thing you can control, your response. So what do you do when your partner ignores you? First, understand that in Stoicism, there's a clear distinction between things you can control and things you can't. You can't control whether they respond, but you can control how you react when they ignore you. Don't chase after them. In fact, do nothing. That's right, nothing. This isn't about ignoring them out of spite. It's about showing that you're unshaken by their silence. By doing nothing, you take back the power. You show that their behavior doesn't affect your mood, your actions, or your confidence. When they go silent, it might feel like you've lost control, but this is where your stoic power kicks in. You can control your emotional response, and that's the only thing that really matters. A lot of people would feel desperate and send follow-up texts or, even worse, send angry messages asking why they're being ignored. This is the opposite of what Stoicism teaches. Stoicism is about maintaining your composure and strength no matter what happens. It's about holding on to your dignity and showing them that you don't need their validation. When you show them that you're unaffected, they'll start to wonder why. They'll start to see you as different from everyone else. Imagine this. You've been texting them, everything is going well, and then suddenly they ghost you. You're tempted to send another text to ask what's going on. Don't. Instead of chasing them, focus on yourself. Hit the gym, work on your goals, or just live your life. Their silence is no longer your problem. In fact, by doing nothing, you regain all the power. If they don't reach out to you, that's okay. You've already moved on, and in the process, you become a better version of yourself. Now, let's talk about the first actionable step you can take. Shift the focus back to you. Here's what you need to do. Stop obsessing over their silence and redirect all that energy back to yourself. Their ignoring you is not a reason to spiral. It's an opportunity, a golden chance to level up in your own life. This is a time to invest in yourself. Hit the gym, Work on personal or professional goals you've been putting off, whether it's mastering a new skill or starting a project you're passionate about. Dive into your hobbies. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and value you for who you are. The more you invest in your growth, the more you'll realize that they're ignoring you as insignificant in the grand scheme of things. In fact, the more you prioritize your own growth, the more attractive you'll become not just to them, but to everyone around you, women or anyone for that matter. Don't gravitate towards people who desperately chase them. They're drawn to people who are locked into their own mission, their own purpose, their own path. Think about a time in your life when you were completely engrossed in your own goals. Maybe you were hitting the gym regularly, seeing progress in your fitness journey. Or maybe you were deep into building a business, putting in the long hours, and seeing your dreams start to materialize. Or perhaps you were learning a new skill, improving every day. During these times, texting someone and waiting for a reply wasn't even on your mind because you were so focused on becoming the best version of yourself. That's the energy you need to bring to every relationship, to every interaction. When you prioritize yourself, your goals, your happiness, people can sense that. And guess what? They'll naturally be drawn to you, including your partner. They'll start wondering what's changed. Why isn't he or she reacting like they used to? Why are they suddenly more attractive? All of this happens because you made yourself the focus. Next, let's talk about reverse psychology. You've probably heard of this in dating. While it's often misused, it can be incredibly powerful when applied correctly. When your partner ignores you, don't chase them. Instead, ignore them back. But here's the twist. Ignore them in a way that shows you're unaffected, not bitter. It's not about playing games. It's about demonstrating strength. The moment you stop seeking their validation, the moment you show that their silence has no power over you, they'll start to wonder why. Imagine this. You've sent a few texts and they haven't responded. You're tempted to send another message or, even worse, ask them why they're ignoring you. Don't. Instead of double texting or getting emotional, do nothing. Let it go. Live your life without giving them any more of your energy. Post pictures of you out with friends, hitting the gym, or working on your goals, but do not reach out to them. Eventually, they'll start to wonder, why isn't he chasing me? Did I lose him? Is he talking to someone else? Has he moved on? And when they reach out to you, and trust me, they will respond calmly with little emotional investment. Don't bring up the silence. Don't ask why they ignored you. Just act like nothing happened. You've now flipped the power dynamic in your favor without even lifting a finger. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they're ignored is losing their cool. They start to feel anxious, frustrated, or even angry. Let me tell you, this is exactly what you want to avoid. When you lose your composure, you give up all the power. They can sense your emotional instability, and that gives them control. The Stoic response to this situation is crystal clear. Stay calm, stay composed, and don't let anything shake you. No matter what your partner is doing, your mindset needs to be that of someone who is grounded, centered, and emotionally untouchable. This isn't about pretending you don't care. It's about genuinely not allowing their actions to dictate your emotional state. When you master this level of emotional control, you'll notice that not only do you feel better, but you also become far more attractive. People, especially your partner, are naturally drawn to those who exude calm confidence and who aren't easily rattled by life's disruptions. In the long run, calmness shows power, and power is irresistible. Next time your partner ignores you, resist the urge to react emotionally. Instead, take a deep breath, step back, and remind yourself, their actions do not define my worth. You are the one who decides how you feel, not them. Instead of stressing out or replaying every conversation in your head, choose an activity that will help you stay calm. Go for a run to release any pent-up frustration. Blast some music that makes you feel unstoppable, or dive into a project that's been calling your attention. By doing this, you shift your focus away from them and back onto yourself. In doing so, you maintain your emotional power and show them that you're not at the mercy of their actions. When you stop letting their silence affect you, you'll realize something profound. You are in control, and that, my friend, is the most powerful position to be in. You don't need anyone's validation to feel good about yourself. You're enough just as you are. And when you internalize that, not only will you feel better, but your relationships will also improve. So, next time they ignore you, remember, stay calm, focus on your own life, and trust that everything will unfold as it should.